Hello everyone, today my name is Casey Bergna, and today I'll be talking about my rocket that I created for my engineering and industrial design class. So this is my almost finished model of my rocket, and I'll be going through the parts and how I made them. So first we'll talk about the end cap, because this was probably the easiest part. My teacher 3D printed multiple of them, and we just all use them and put them on our rockets. So as you can see, there's threading here that we just super glue to the body tube, and then we use this cap here to put it on, so that when we put the detonation charge inside, it doesn't fall out or burn the body tube. And then next, the fins. I have 3 fins. I 3D printed them myself. I went through multiple designs to try to find the lightest one and the most optimal design for trajectory. So I ended up with this design, and I used a jig to space them out correctly so that they're even throughout. And then, so I'm proud with my fins. I think they're good. And then my next part is the lug. It's this tiny part here, and you use this to go on the launch rod so that when it initially launches, it will go straight and not crooked in any way. But I am having a bit of problems with it just because the launch rod rubs on my end piece right here. So I'm gonna try to file it, and then hopefully that'll fix it. Next is my nose cone. This is the first thing I made, but I saved this for last because I will have to pull it out to show my parachute. But so this, I 3D printed it. I also had multiple designs in Autodesk Inventor, and that's where we modeled all our designs and whatnot. So I went through multiple designs, but I ended up on this one. And as you can see here, we made it so that there's minimal gaps or edges at the bottom here, so that there's less air resistance and that it's more smooth in flight. So then when I pull this out, it's attached to my parachute and also the body tube, so that when the parachute comes out, it will also be attached to the body tube, and it will float down safely, and hopefully the rocket won't be damaged. So when I pull it out, this string comes out, and then my parachute comes out, and then when it's in the air, it'll open, but right now it's a bit scrunched up. But then, as you can see, it's attached to this, but also to the body tube off to the side. So the parachute, I made 2 parachutes because my first one was too small and wasn't what I wanted. So this is my second model that I'm happy with, and it's bigger than my last one. It's got a hole in the middle to help with air resistance, so that when the wind is going or pressing on the parachute, that it won't tear it. So that's why there's a hole in the middle. And then put these vinyl seals on the holes on the side so that the parachute doesn't rip when it's coming down. And then, so I have to figure out a better way to tie the string on because they're falling off sometimes. But I think it's looking good, and I've dropped it and I've tested it, and it's descended pretty well. And then on the inside there's wadding. If you can see it a bit in there, the wadding helps so when the explosives or detonation goes off, it won't burn the body tube, and I put that in recently. So it's basically just paper that doesn't burn well, so it'll make sure that the other stuff doesn't burn. So yeah, so that is my rocket. Thank you for watching.